Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to a special housing report brought to you in association with ASB. Today we're going to have a look at some migration figures, and in particular migration figures for New Zealanders coming home from Britain and from Australia. Because we all remember in 2002, 3, 4 that a lot of New Zealanders came back from the UK in particular with plenty of cash in their pockets, bought houses here and pushed up the house prices. Now, some people think something similar might happen again this time. When jobs run out in the UK, people think, come back to a better situation in New Zealand, sell my house in the UK, plenty of money, come back and push up the prices here again. But is that actually happening? Well, let's have a look at this chart first, which shows two lines. The one at the top is the number of New Zealanders returning from Australia, and there definitely has been a pickup in that in the last 5 or 6 years. It went down and hit a trough in 1999, but it's been on the way up since then, and it's actually picked up sharply in the last couple of months. You can see right at the end there, a big spike up. Now, part of that is because so many New Zealanders have left to go and live in Australia, and a good chunk of those will always come back, and therefore the numbers coming back have increased. But let's have a look at the one underneath. This shows you how many New Zealanders are returning from the UK. Now this one is a bit personal for me because I lived in the UK from 1999 to 2003 and was one of those who came back to New Zealand with some money in my hand and bought a house. You can blame me, at least very partly, for the housing boom. But you can see here that the numbers returning from the UK have improved, but not nearly as much as they did in 2002, 3, 4. Remember back then we had 9/11 and many people were just keen to come home. Also, it was much easier to sell your house in the UK then. It certainly isn't now. And the final factor, keeping New Zealanders in the UK, and if they do come home, they don't have much cash in their hands, is because the exchange rate with the UK is so appalling right now for those bringing money back from the UK to here. The New Zealand dollar is at an 11-year plus high versus the British pound. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was a special housing report brought to you in association with ASB.